carpets clean and removes stubborn marks and stains like coffee, cola, pet mess, and even red wine. But it's not just for carpets, it also works on your upholstery, making light work of a whole range of everyday grime. So don't hire one of those big industrial steam cleaners or plough through the phone book to find someone to clean your carpets. Just reach for the original No Wet Wonderfoam, the 2-in-1 carpet and upholstery cleaner. Stay with us to see just how easy it is to use. Here's Glenn Thompson and David Addis.
Hello. Well, as we all know, keeping carpets and upholstery clean can be a nightmare at the best of times, particularly if you've got the kids running in, the animals running in, the dog traipsing in through the mud, then coming in through the front room. What do you do? How do you get those horrible marks off the carpet, those wine stains? We've got just the product, I reckon, that's going to help you here on Screen Shop today. With us is the guy who developed it, really, David Addis. David, nice to see you.
Great to be here, Glenn.
No Wet Wonderfoam.
Yep.
Your little baby, this.
Yeah, it is indeed. It's been around about 10 years, been hugely successful. People order it again and again because it works. It does the job that we say it'll do. There's everything here that you need to clean all kinds of carpets and upholstery, large areas, small areas. There's the whole kit and caboodle. Best thing to do, really, is to show you how it works and show you what's in the kit and how to use it.
Okay, because over here we've got set up a real mess for you. Now, you've got a carpet here, Dave. I don't know how the heck you're going to get this clean. It's filthy.
It really is filthy, and it's not because we expect people at home to have carpets this dirty. I mean, I've deliberately put shoe polish and poster paint on here. It's an oily, horrible, dirty, filthy mess. And we don't do this to be silly or grand or any of those things. We do it because if we can clean this carpet, then people at home are going to have no problem with general stains, even if they have got shoe polish stains, but general stains, grime and dirt. We'll also show things like wine, red wine stains, coffee, tea, cola, things like that. Let me just show you how to take out something that's pretty bad, even if it was just a spot. You can use the spray gun. Now, this is really the applicator for upholstery. You spray it on, you leave it there just a few moments. I don't know if you can see what's happened there, though. You see how it converted into a foam? It looks a little bit at first glance like I've sprayed white paint on the carpet, but if I just move the foam around, can you see it's actually lifted the dirt away from the fibres, converted it into a foam, and it's taking it completely out. Now that stain is gone. And again, you can see bits of the red there, the red dyes in the fabric. They don't run. It doesn't harm the fabric in any way. It's not a bleach. It has nothing in there to do any harm whatsoever to any kind of carpet. And you can see just moving the foam around, you see the dirty foam on my finger, it's lifting the dirt completely out. Now that on its own is fantastic.
A horrible stain that might have been on the carpet for years and years and years, you could really get rid of that and bring the carpet back to life again.
Absolutely, you can. Now, the thing to remember with this is I'm just taking the foam here that I've just removed from the carpet. It's dirty foam. Let me just plonk it down there. That's another technical term. Plonk it down there. I'm just going to work that into the pile of the carpet. Just move it around a little bit. And again, can you see how that's lifting the stain again out? And that's using dirty foam that I just got out of this part. Now that's tremendous just for taking spots and stains out.
This is a short pile carpet, nylon carpet, woolen carpets. Will it work on deep pile carpets?
Absolutely, it works on any kind. Wool mixes, 80-20s, polypropylenes, nylon, Turklon, any of those brands or makes or types of carpet, patterned and plain. On long pile carpets, it will do the job. Of course, it takes just a fraction longer because there's more material there. But it will do the job whether you're cleaning small areas or large areas. Let me show you how to clean a large area. It's very, very simple.
This is the agitator that you get with the kit, yeah?
Yes, it is indeed. And you get the applicator with the rollers, the brushes, you get the telescopic handle. You actually get a short handle with it as well for doing small areas or for stair carpets. Now, all you're going to use to make it work is an ordinary washing up bowl. And I really do want everybody to pay attention and watch this, because there's no point you getting this at home and not knowing how it works. It comes with very simple instructions, but just watch exactly how to use it. I've just put a capful in there. You could put 2 or 3 capfuls in, depending on how much water you're using. It's about a capful to about half a pint or a pint of water. It's not an exact science. It will all do the job for you.
So, Dave, you don't need a full bowl of water then?
No, you don't.
Just a small amount of water?
You don't need an awful lot of water. And what I'm doing now is rocking the applicator backwards and forwards. It's called agitating the solution. What we're doing really is creating a foam. It's the foam that's going to do the cleaning. That's why it's called No Wet Wonderfoam, because it doesn't wet or saturate your carpets. And of course, one of the most important things is to keep your carpets dry. Now, if I take that out of the bowl and hold it there, you can see the water dripping out of it. Now, that's going to soak your carpet if it went straight on there. First thing you do, after you've mixed the solution, is you draw the applicator across the edge of the bowl. You see the excess liquid going back in. And what we're left with is just foam in the rollers. I'll show you that now. In fact, the foam in there Look, there it is. That's what's going to clean your carpet. Look at all that rich foam.
That presumably will foam and become agitated quickly in a soft water area. If you've got a harder water area, is that a problem?
Well, it can be, because hard water doesn't like foam at all. So all you do, and anybody watching now who has hard water, all you're going to do is add a little bit of salt, ordinary table salt, about a teaspoonful, maybe 2, to the bowl. It doesn't harm the carpets, it dries and vacuums out very quickly, but that will do the job for you. Now that's ready. And of course that isn't soaking wet. Of course I wouldn't dare do that over your head, Glenn, if it was soaking wet.
David.
But all you're going to do then is just place it on the pile of the carpet and move it backwards and forwards. I'm going to jump up here just to show you.
Right.
All you do, again, fingertip control. You don't have to be built like an all-in wrestler to use it. You can make the extending handle longer or shorter, depending on whether you're tall or not so tall. And all you do is just simply sweep backwards and forwards. Now, I think you can see the difference there very, very quickly. It brings back colours and light that you'd forgotten were even there.
That's incredible, Dave.
Yeah, well, when you consider we had shoe polish, oil, poster paint, that's a dirty, filthy mess.
That's bringing all those colours, those reds, back to life, isn't it?
Exactly, and you can see the dirt in the foam. Yeah. That's what's doing the cleaning. So we're not putting gallons of water on there, it's not complicated, no pipes, tubes, triggers or levers. It's a very simple system. It works without the use of water, it works with foam only, because you've taken the foam from the solution in the bowl. And the reason it goes such a long way, because one bottle will clean about 50 square yards, and you get 2 bottles in this, plus the sprays for the upholstery. But the reason it goes such a long way is because you're not using all the liquid from the bowl, you're just using the foam. And that's how it cleans.
What about your carpet tiles? In the kitchen, your carpet tiles?
Perfect for that. It really works well. You can clean them, you don't have to pull them up and replace them. You can clean them with this. If you've got, by the way, dried in stains, you can put a little bit on and leave it there a little bit longer. Let it soak in. Leave it for 4 or 5 minutes. Let it convert the old dried in stain into a fresh stain. Then you go over it with the applicator and the stain disappears. So it's as quick and as simple as that.
That is superb. Yeah. I'm sure you'll agree at home that is some difference there on that filthy carpet.
Well, that's right. And look how easy it is. Again, I mean, I could jump up here again. I don't really have to, but I can show you very quickly and simply. This is how you're going to use it at home. You're going to be at this height, this level. You're going to brush your carpet very quickly and simply. And look at the area I'm doing with one application. When you've done a small area like this, you'll just simply return the applicator to the bowl. And by the way, if you want to leave the foam there, you can do. That dries to a powder.
So what do you do? Vacuum that later?
Absolutely right. Yeah. That will dry to a powder. It doesn't dry sticky to attract more dirt. It's not a detergent. So it don't dry sticky and attract more dirt. It dries to a powder. You place the applicator in the bowl, bounce it up and down a few times. The dirt drops out of the applicator, falls to the bottom of the bowl, and then you drain the rollers just as simply as you did before, and you carry on, and that job is done.
What about your precious Turkish rugs that you might have bought back from Turkey, or your Chinese rugs?
Absolutely right, you can use it on those. Now we always say test the colours, because UK-made carpets, we're confident that the colours and the dyes are fast. They won't budge. But if you've got an Oriental rug, anything like that, you may want to just try a little bit first, just to do a colour test. But with this, you can see how it works. It's a brilliant stain remover and a cleaner for carpets.
It's incredible.
Let me show you something else that's in the kit. This is a phenomenal item. I'm just going to show you how this works. I've just got a bowl of water here. I want to just show you the system here. This is the foamer bottle. I love this. This is my
You're getting the foamer bottle in the kit, by the way, when you order this through Screenshot. Incredible little trick.
Yeah, it is. It's a phenomenal item. Now, all you're going to do, you take the foamer bottle, and let me just find the cap for it. Here we are. Take a measure, which is one of these clear caps that comes with it. Pop that into the foamer bottle like that, and then just take 2 measures of clear water.
That's all you need?
That's all you need, 2 measures of water.
Cold water?
Yep, cold water's fine, and pop those in as well. Put the top back on, give it a shake, and you're ready to go. Watch this.
This is a great trick.
It's unbelievable the way this works.
You're sure you're not a magician?
No, I'm not. This is very simple. They asked me to do it because it's so simple. Now, this is how it works. It creates a rich foam. It's a little bit like shaving foam. Now, all of this is coming out of this one little bottle, and I'm not doing this because this is how much you need to clean a stain. You don't need this much. I'm only doing this to show you, it's amazing, isn't it? To show you how much you get from one bottle. Now, that was a capful in there with water.
Isn't it?
It's creating that much, and I've still got plenty left. I still haven't finished.
Right.
But you can use this again and again. You don't throw it away once you've used it. It doesn't have a shelf life of 5 minutes or anything like that. If you kept it for 6 months or a year in there, and when you got a little stain on the carpet, all you did was you got this out and pumped a little bit on, and then it cleans the stain. But you're looking at this now wondering, well, it hasn't done anything, has it?
You haven't agitated it, you've not moved it around at all.
What has it done? Well, let me just show you this. And this is always a magical one, because I don't know what's going on under there either. All I know is that the foam draws the dirt out of the fibres of the carpet. But watch, if I just move that back, can you see how it's cleaned that patch? And that's just by sitting there. Nothing else, no agitation, no rubbing and scrubbing, just sitting there.
So, all right, you've spilt your red wine, you've sat down with a takeaway, you're sitting watching a good movie on the television, you put your wine down by the side, it spills. What do I do? Pop and get that, just...
That's right. Well, a lot of people say, well, if you spill red wine, why don't you just pour white wine on it? I think that's a waste of white wine. I drink the white wine and use the No Wet Wonderfoam. But again, this is still working. So as I draw that back, look, it's cleaned that patch. And as it lands there, and I draw it back from there, it'll clean that patch as well. So it continues to work without any trouble. And safe for your hands, safe for pets and children.
Totally safe. Give us a call. We'll see you in a moment.
This is the original No Wet Wonderfoam, the 2-in-1 carpet and upholstery cleaner. No Wet Wonderfoam cuts through dirt and grime effortlessly and makes light work of stubborn stains like coffee, cola, pet stains and even red wine. No wet fluid is concentrated. Just 1 capful mixed with water is enough to clean a typical living room carpet. Use the especially designed pump-action foamer bottle to dramatically increase the amount of foam created from just 1 capful of fluid. It's simple to use. Just dip the applicator into the liquid, agitate, wring out the excess and brush over the dirty area. Because it's the foam that traps the dirt, there's no liquid left on the carpet, so there are no worries about shrinkage or waiting days for it to dry. No Wet Wonderfoam is an upholstery cleaner too, and makes light work of those messes your little monsters can make. When you order No Wet Wonderfoam, you get 2 bottles of pleasant-smelling No Wet fluid, an applicator with double foam rollers, extending handle and short handle, and a spare set of rollers. But that's not all. You'll also get a spray bottle of No Wet fluid and refill, a pump-action foamer bottle, and a double-sided cleaning mitt, perfect for cleaning your upholstery. To order No Wet Wonderfoam, call the number on screen right now, and it'll be delivered right to your door. We're so sure you'll be pleased with No Wet Wonderfoam, we invite you to buy it and try it risk-free for 30 days. If you're not completely satisfied, you can return it to us for a refund of the purchase price. So call the number on screen now and order the original No Wet Wonderfoam, the great value 2-in-1 carpet and upholstery cleaner.
So, Dave, what about those I think more common problems, food stains, drink stains?
Well, exactly. Food stains are very common, and if I can show you on a plain piece of carpet, just to make the stains show up even more, this is some of the worst things that you could imagine. I mean, let's face it, fountain pen ink, it's not a food stain, but it's probably the worst thing that you could imagine going on your carpet. Now, I'm too mean to bring the pen, so I just bring the cartridge on its own like that. But what about beetroot? Now, if I show you beetroot stains, and I actually rub that beetroot right into the pile of the carpet, you'd probably say, that's it now, that will never ever come out of there. Well, you may be right. If you try other things, you may struggle to get the stain out. Red wine, well, this is nice enough to drink, but a bit drastic throwing it on your carpet deliberately. Coffee, well, again, it does happen, you know, watching the telly at night or something like that. Yeah, it can happen. Cola, things like this, you spill that on, once it's on, it bubbles in there and it dries sticky and it attracts more dirt. And what if we rub some shoe polish in there as well to just add to the misery of that carpet? I mean, that's a really difficult whole bunch of messes to move. And if I can show you that we can shift those stains with No Wet Wonderfoam, I think you've got to be amazed at that. Just leaving them for a second or two just to set in there. A lot of people have probably used something like this, a scrubbing brush. Well, on your hands and knees, a little bit old-fashioned with an aerosol can, rubbing and scrubbing. With No Wet Wonderfoam, it's quick, it's simple, it's easy to use. With stains like this and pet stains that have soaked into the pile of the carpet, forget the scrubbing brush, forget all of that, you can use it quickly and simply. And all you're going to do is take a small amount, pour it into the cap. If it's a very wet stain and it's soaked right in, use it the way I'm using it now. Pour it in the cap so that you don't use too much. In fact,
that's completely...
That always amazes me because it just disappears.
That's amazing.
Completely.
Look at that.
You see how it's taken the red wine as well?
It's dissolved.
Yep. It's going to do the same with the coffee and the same with the cola and a little drop left, hardly any on the shoe polish.
And this is perfectly safe to touch for the kids to walk around afterwards?
Yes,
not
absolutely.
A problem.
It dries very
animals.
quickly. Can I? Yep, absolutely right. Can I use my fingers to start off with, and then I'm going to show you another part of the kit that it comes with that is a phenomenal part that you can use for upholstery and for small area stains like this. There's the fountain pen ink, by the way. That one's gone. Just move it along a bit. There goes the beetroot, the red wine, the coffee, Was that the Cola there? And then we've got shoe polish as well, and it's taken all of the stains and it's made them disappear. But let me just show you this other item. The mitt, which I can just show you here, is a two-sided applicator. It's got the coarse side for heavy materials, use it in the car on car upholstery, and it's got the lightweight side for delicate fabrics. If you've got a three-piece suite made out of some delicate material, use that with the delicate fabric. But on this, all you're going to do is wipe across the surface, it'll draw the dirt and the stains completely out, and bingo, that job is done.
Look at that, that's incredible.
And for that one use alone,
wow,
it's worth every single penny, it really is.
People will say, well, those are fresh stains, Dave.
Right.
What about more, you know, aged stains?
Absolutely right, and we've got some very dried in stains. I've got some coffee here that's dried. These are dry, coffee stained carpets, the plain carpets, and I've got some red wine stains that are definitely very old and dried in.
Right.
So I'm going to show you those in a moment and show you exactly how to take these stains out.
Well, of course, the old stains we're going to take a look at in just a moment, see how we can get rid of those. Also, if you've got problems on your upholstery, we're going to try and help you there as well. We'll see you in a moment.
This is the original No Wet Wonderfoam, the 2-in-1 carpet and upholstery cleaner. No Wet Wonderfoam cuts through dirt and grime effortlessly and makes light work of stubborn stains like coffee, cola, pet stains and even red wine. No Wet fluid is concentrated. Just 1 capful mixed with water is enough to clean a typical living room carpet. Use the especially designed pump-action foamer bottle to dramatically increase the amount of foam created from just 1 capful of fluid. It's simple to use. Just dip the applicator into the liquid, agitate, wring out the excess and brush over the dirty area. Because it's the foam that traps the dirt, there's no liquid left on the carpet, so there are no worries about shrinkage or waiting days for it to dry. No Wet Wonderfoam is an upholstery cleaner too, and makes light work of those messes your little monsters can make. When you order No Wet Wonderfoam, you get 2 bottles of pleasant-smelling No Wet fluid, an applicator with double foam rollers, extending handle and short handle, and a spare set of rollers. But that's not all. You'll also get a spray bottle of No Wet fluid and refill, a pump-action foamer bottle, and a double-sided cleaning mitt, perfect for cleaning your upholstery. To order No Wet Wonderfoam, call the number on screen right now, and it'll be delivered right to your door. We're so sure you'll be pleased with No Wet Wonderfoam, we invite you to buy it and try it risk-free for 30 days. If you're not completely satisfied, you can return it to us for a refund of the purchase price. So call the number on screen now and order the original No Wet Wonderfoam, the great value 2-in-1 carpet and upholstery cleaner.
Hello, welcome back. Now, as we know from David a little earlier, No Wet Wonderfoam has been around for 10 years. So if you've got yours, you might like to know that this version we're showing you today is the new improved version. What have you done to it, Dave?
Well, we did improve it. We listened to what the customers said to us and we improved the fragrance. They wanted a change in that. They wanted more foam, so we put a foam booster in to create more foam so it cleans further and it cleans more effectively. And it cleans a wider range of stains as well.
OK, we've done our carpets in the first part.
Yep.
Now, another tricky area, of course, is the upholstery.
Well, that's right. I've got a piece of material here. This is just an ordinary piece of upholstery material that you'd find on a sofa, a 3-piece suite or whatever. And if I just show you very, very quickly some of the worst things, like for instance, the fountain pen ink again. I mean, you know, you wouldn't imagine ever being able to clean something like that off a sofa or a piece of material. Have we got a ball pen? Can I borrow your your pen there, Glenn? Because just to show you, if I just put a little bit of ink on here as well, from the pen, you'll see that, I mean, kids do this kind of thing. Not
this is a familiar sight, let me tell you.
Well, there you go. I mean, sometimes it happens. I know, well, you draw on the furniture.
All the time, yeah.
That kind of thing can happen. And remember as well, if you put a pen in your pocket and you get an ink stain on your shirt or an ink mark, it'll take those marks off. You can use No Wet Wonderfoam as a pre-wash before you put an item of clothing in the laundry. So if you've got stains on clothes from kids or whatever it may be, it'll work great for that. Now, just to show you, I could either spray this on. In fact, I'll just spray a little bit on there for you first of all, and just show you that.
Already that's lifting, isn't it? You can see that lifting.
Yep, it is indeed. Or you could pour straight on from the bottle if you wanted to, but that's only for real, really deep stains.
That's incredible.
But can you see how it's chasing the ink as well, and it's drawing the ink? Look at that. It's already started working.
Wow.
Now, you will use the mitt. Now, that's taking the fountain pen stain out very quickly. The ball pen ink stain comes out a little bit later, but still, nevertheless, I think you can see I'm just using my finger. I was going to say use the mitt, but there's almost no need to. But that's just taking the stain out. Remember, using the mitt, you can see the ink coming out on the mitt there. Use the soft side for delicate fabrics, use the coarse side for things like car upholstery, and just go over it with the mitt. Do the whole area, obviously. Dab it down with a towel, like a terry towel afterwards, to draw it all out, and the job is done. It's very simple.
Now that mitt, by the way, is included in the kit when you get it through from Screen Shop. The other thing, of course, is you might be paying a fortune, who knows, you might have paid a fortune in the past for professional upholsterers to come in and clean your sofas and what have you. With this, look at the money you're saving.
Exactly, and you know what happens, you get them clean, and then the very next day you spill something or drop something, you start all over again. With No Wet Wonderfoam, the beauty of this is, you've got it there always.
Okay, earlier in the first part of our show, we showed you some fresh stains. We've got some carpet here with some older stains on. How long have these been in here, Dan?
Well, these are dried in. These were done a good few days ago. They're covered in coffee. This one's red wine. They were put in an airing cupboard and deliberately dried in with heat. So these are heat set, if you like. So they're the worst scenario, and very, very difficult stains to get out normally. But with No Wet Wonderfoam, I'm going to show you this very quickly again. Take a small amount. You can either spray onto this, but I would suggest that because these stains are particularly bad, you take a small amount. I always pour a little bit into the cap, and then you don't glug onto the carpet, because glugging on the carpet isn't nice.
It's not good.
No. And all you're going to do then is take a small amount. I'll put it on here where it's particularly dark, and a little bit here as well on the coffee stain. Leave it there for a few seconds, let it just soak in, let it go to work. That's actually started already to break down the coffee stain and remove it. It's not completely out yet. And again here, it's started to work as well. Let me just leave those a second or two. Don't expect it to work in the blink of an eye. I'm going to leave it for a few seconds again on the red wine. Let it sit there and let it digest and absorb the stain. Let it start to separate the stain.
Well, already it's starting to do its work, isn't it?
That's right, and it breaks the stain down and it starts to remove the stain from the fibres. Now, that is honestly genuine red wine dried in, and you can see there.
That's the natural colour coming through the carpet.
That's right, not magic fingers, it really does work, and it takes the stain out quickly and easily. So I'm just using my fingers here, but again, moving the foam around, just make that a little bit bigger. You can use the mitt if you want to. You can use the applicator. Once you've broken down the real tough stains by using it undiluted, in other words, you pour it on straight from the bottle or you spray it on straight from the spray can, then once it's broken down those stains, then you can go over it with the applicator with the solution mixed in the bowl, and you can clean the whole of the carpet easily.
Okay. Let us just tell you and remind you once again that this isn't going to harm the children when they play on the floor after you've cleaned the floor. It's not going to harm your dog, your cat, whatever on the floor. It's totally safe.
It is safe. It's got a nice fragrance. You can put it behind your ears if you're going out.
Talking of the children, now this is a true story. I let my lads the other day clean their own shoes for the first time.
Right.
My oldest of the two boys took his shoes into the front room without me knowing. Right. He got the black polish, got his shoes on, came out, Dad, my shoes are lovely and clean, look at this. I said, wonderful. Yeah. An hour later I go into the front room, this is what I find. This is what I find. I find shoe polish on the carpet.
Well, again, a very difficult stain, and you know, we'll just cover that back up. That's what everybody does, isn't it? You know, find a bit of a rug or something and throw it over there. Anyway, nice to see that, Glenn. That's the end of it, isn't it?
Absolutely, that's superb.
Well, do you want me to clean that?
Could you please clean that? I want you to agitate, do some more agitating for me very quickly, and then we'll recap what's in the kit for you.
Okay, I was hoping we could get away with it, but you want me to do a little bit more. But this is so simple. Remember, all you're going to do is put about a capful into an ordinary washing up bowl, bounce the applicator up and down to create the foam. It's the foam that does the cleaning. Now, all you're going to do then is take the applicator, lift it out of the bowl. Don't put it straight onto the carpet, you'll soak the carpet. Draw it across the edge of the bowl to remove the excess liquid. Now you're ready to go. It's as simple and as easy as that. A shoe polish stain, and this is just a studio carpet, it could be your carpet at home. Place the applicator on the stain, move it backwards and forwards.
It's lifted it.
It's lifted it. The good news is that it comes out in the foam. It'll never return. It's not one of those that when it dries it comes back. Once it's gone, it's gone. You vacuum over and it all looks exactly as it should have done in the first place.
Absolutely superb.
This is the original No Wet Wonderfoam, the 2-in-1 carpet and upholstery cleaner. No Wet Wonderfoam cuts through dirt and grime effortlessly and makes light work of stubborn stains like coffee, cola, pet stains and even red wine. No wet fluid is concentrated. Just 1 capful mixed with water is enough to clean a typical living room carpet. Use the especially designed pump action foamer bottle to dramatically increase the amount of foam created from just 1 capful of fluid. It's simple to use. Just dip the applicator into the liquid, agitate, wring out the excess and brush over the dirty area. Because it's the foam that traps the dirt, there's no liquid left on the carpet, so there are no worries about shrinkage or waiting days for it to dry. No Wet Wonderfoam is an upholstery cleaner too, and makes light work of those messes your little monsters can make. When you order No Wet Wonderfoam, you get 2 bottles of pleasant smelling No Wet fluid an applicator with double foam rollers, extending handle and short handle, and a spare set of rollers. But that's not all. You'll also get a spray bottle of no wet fluid and refill, a pump action foamer bottle, and a double-sided cleaning mitt, perfect for cleaning your upholstery. To order No Wet Wonderfoam, call the number on screen right now, and it'll be delivered right to your door. We're so sure you'll be pleased with No Wet Wonderfoam, we invite you to buy it and try it risk-free for 30 days. If you're not completely satisfied, you can return it to us for a refund of the purchase price. So call the number on screen now and order the original No Wet Wonderfoam, the great value 2-in-1 carpet and upholstery cleaner.
Just remind you very quickly of what you're getting in the kit here on Screen Shop. It's of course the new improved No Wet Wonderfoam.
Yep.
And this is your set. This is what you're getting.
It is. We've got a fantastic set here. You've got everything that you need. It comes with an instruction leaflet, so it's not a memory test. If anybody at home watching wonders whether they'll remember what to do, it comes with very clear instructions. All the bottles have instructions as well. It tells you simple things like how to get the handle into the applicator, which it's basically very simple, but it explains that to you. By the way, the telescopic handle goes quite long. You just give it a twist and it locks into position. You can go to any length that you want with that, down to that length there. And it comes with the foam rollers ready inserted and the brushes ready to use. All you need is a bowl and a few stains and you're in business. So you've got everything you need there. 2 500ml bottles, the 2 500ml trigger spray bottles, the foamer, the applicator, the handle, the mitt, the spare rollers, the short handle, along with the whole kit and caboodle.
You're getting a lot there for your money, aren't you? So what are you waiting for? Give us a call here at Screen Shop, whether you've got stains on your upholstery or your carpets. The No Wet Wonderfoam, the new improved No Wet Wonderfoam, is definitely the product to go for. At the price you see on the screen, you can't go far wrong. David, nice to see you again.
My pleasure.
And here's to many happy hours cleaning. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.